Okay, hello Transformers fans, another video review here. This is Phil, obviously. Last time I looked at the repaint Asda exclusive of Skywarp, not Ramjet. Today I'm going to look at another Voyager from Revenge of the Fallen, which is, you could say it's just a redeco of an old figure, but I didn't have the old figure, so I'm going to class this as a new figure for me. I'm pretty sure it's the same mould though. Autobot Ironhide. Most notable difference: the cannons this time are stationed in the flatbed and on the roof. Before they were under the on the side of the vehicle. The biggest difference that makes is the arms are clearly visible on this new one. Whereas before the guns might have been oversized, but at least they hid the arms. That pops off. There are 4 holes there and 4 pegs on the underside of that weapon. There. Just pegs. You can have it that way. I mean, they split apart with a peg and a joint there. You can either have it facing that way, or you can twist it around and face it that way. It fits in either way. And the gun, the only thing that happens to the big gun is that it changes position. That one, it's a bit further back. Before it would rest about there. And this one, it rests about there. So either way is good. Right, I won't forget a size comparison this time. So size-wise, there we have Ironhide. Voyager class. I'll just dip the camera down a bit. Voyager class Prime. Height-wise, they're about even. Obviously, the smokestacks on Prime taking bigger than Ironhide, but actual cab-wise, I think they're pretty much even. I mean, Prime isn't the biggest Voyager in vehicle mode. I remember Ratchet from the first line being bigger than him, and this is just a first movie repainted Voyager. So yeah, they're about the same size. Just bring in the only other figure I have. Voyager Megatron, are they going to fit on the same? Obviously Ironhide's taller, which is a bit strange, but width-wise Megatron wins. Vehicle mode for Megatron is quite decent sized, robot mode not so. Anyway, onto the transformation. Oh, as I was saying, I believe it's the same mould as the first movie, Ironhide, except it's grey this time instead of black, which might seem a strange choice, but it's actually, I think it brings out the detail a lot better. The black of the first film, the first figure, just seems to be very dark and it hides all the colour and you can't really see anything. Whereas this grey, the interior is sort of a lot, matches this colour a lot more, which brings out more detail. Underneath, as I said, very visible arms, but apart from that, not too bad on the old robot parts. Smokestacks, very short. See that? Bring them in, really short. In the film and with the first figure, the picture was advertised as having smokestacks sort of coming up there. They never materialised on the toy. The toy had the short smokestacks, but I just thought it was something to note. Roll-wise, it's bloody brilliant. I mean, it rolls. Oops. It rolls so well. You know, there's nothing. The wheels are well spaced away from the rest of the vehicle. There's nothing there to, you know, to get in the way. The arms aren't. There's about maybe 2 centimeters gap between the arms and the floor, so they're not impeding on it at all. It does roll exceptionally well, which is a really good plus point. Transformation can be a little tricky, not necessarily difficult, but just there's a lot of twisting and moving bits out of the way, you know, transforming one bit, keeping it out of the way, transforming another bit, and then putting it all back together. So there is one bit that I was, you know, quite nervous about doing when I read the instructions when I first got my hand on the toy, because it's quite fiddly. And you know, I don't want to be rough. It's cost me £23. It's £22.99. It's cost me. I don't want to be so rough that I break it on the first transformation. So just pop the hoods off like that. It doesn't say to do the feet in the instructions first, but I always do. So you just pop the get that out of the way. Yeah, that happens a lot to me. It's nothing to me, but it's just the way the joint is. It pops off quite easily. Grab this black bit here and pop that out. A bit of automorph. The foot will form itself. I'll come to the standing issues a bit later on. They're not great, but there are a couple of, you know, bogus points about the way his feet are. Just pull the arms away from the back. The good thing is the arms, I mean, you can see it's really flopping out. When in vehicle mode, there are little divots on the arms that fit around those two pegs there that actually keep the whole thing solid, which is a really nice touch. Pop them apart like that, fold this bonnet down, the grille down, and then you've got it's a bit floppy. What you need to do then is, see those two holes there? No, you don't. Where are we? Those two, where my thumb is, they fold backwards onto, see if I can get this in shot. There are two pegs at the back. Anyway, two pegs go into the two holes, so you should be able to see that. Those two holes, and there's two pegs gone through them. And then this is the bit that I really was not happy doing the first time I tried it. You pull that bit down. It's just a little flap you pull down. Move the arms up out of the way, and then this whole top grey bit wants to spin on this black bit here, so the whole thing needs spinning round. I mean, it works quite well now. It's quite easy to do, but when I first did it, it was very, very stiff. So you know, I was a bit worried. And then there's a peg there that will go into that hole just there, and that will just secure up the. It doesn't go flat; it is at an angle. Just want to spin the arms round, like so, and then turn them so their elbows are facing the right way, like that. And then adjust the fists. And you want to just. See, this is where the windshield comes in. You might want to just fold them over, like that. Just there's a little blue stick there, that's where this fits in. There's a little hole just there, and it just basically clips in there, like that. It does have a tendency to pop off all the time, which is a pain in the arse, but it's easily fixed. Just pull the roof away from the back section, and I always just tuck the back section. You get this far enough back, and the back section can just tuck under the bump a bit like that. So you've almost got him finished. You just want to reach in and pull the head up as far up as you can, and then push the arms up, and that will lock. The holes in the middle of the wheels go into there's a peg just on either side of the head. Oh shit. That will happen quite a lot as well. You'll peg out the middle bit. And then this bit here, there's a bit there you just pull out like that and just slot that up there. And there you have Revenge of the Fallen Ironhide. Oh, it's the lighting a bit. Ta-da! As you can see, the grey of the car is replicated in some of the pits, and it mixes with the black. I'll turn the lamp off now. Mixes with the black a little bit better than if it was just all black. His face is still all black, lacking detail aside from some, well placed. They should be gold. They look more like a mustard colour. You see on the front bit there, they're supposed to be gold, but they do look like it's just French mustard or something. So they're there. And then just the all black face, but generally I really like it. I mean, quick size comparison straight off before I forget. Bring back Skywalk. I mean, he's not massive for a Voyager, but he's not small either. I mean, he doesn't look out of place next to Skywarp. And whereas Skywarp's, a lot of Skywarp sizes is width as well because of this big diamond chest plate. Ironhide's a lot more svelte, a lot more humanoid looking. But yeah, I mean, height-wise, they're about the same. Skywarp's a touch taller and obviously twice as wide almost, but they don't look out of place with one another, which is always good for Voyager class figures.